Vielen Dank, Ingo. Luka?
Well, let's congratulate actually to Coach Freyer, to Ingo for having a good score against us. I think this was an excellent game of ALBA. I think we came with a lot of force and we demonstrated what it was, let's say, said or known before the game, that we are a better team. However, we played 2 games back-to-back with Hagen, and no matter how well we played tonight, we actually needed 2 wins there. This way we had a close loss and a strong win. I think in this case, Hagen is in a good result. So we have to give it to them for having actually a excellent basketball night over there in Hagen when they beat us once. And as far as for this game, I think that we kept pressing our way on them since that game that happened 3 days until now, and we actually run them down with our visible higher quality. Keys to this game were to stop Hagen's very aggressive and very early offense with a good spacing and a good combination of 4 players who can shoot and play one-on-one. And it's funny to say that we succeeded it when the team which we stopped scored 80 points at the end. It says about how aggressive this team can be and how easy they can get into a scoring runs. For us, it was important to maintain our way. We are basically struggling to connect the streaks or wins which are expected from us. So every game has a special weight on it. For us, it was good to come in front of our own crowd and make a very good basketball night to happen. I congratulate my players on the effort, on the quality and on the victory. But as you all know, we are tomorrow on the plane to Italy, to Venice, where we will on fortnight on Tuesday fight Benetton in a first round, in a first game of the second round of Euro Cup. And our heads and our minds have to immediately go there. That would be my general comment, and if you have questions, I'm sure that we will manage to answer.
Frank, wenn du dich kurz gedulden würdest, der Mann mit dem Mikrofon kommt.
Luka, Julius didn't start today. Any reason for that?
Julius was questionable. He has picked up a hit in the previous game, and his right hand was swollen all these 3 days. He missed out on all of these days' practices, and basically Dr. Schleicher said that he should decide on his own whether he can play with a swollen right hand palm. He made a good warm-up, and he said that he wants to play this game, and he ended up playing it well, I thought.
Luka, where do you see the main differences in your team in a road game and in a home game? There must be main differences when you can dominate here in the O2 world and can't do this on the road games.
Well, this is a general question. You know, it's maybe a topic even for a coach clinic. Going on the road, there are different things. I mean, basketball more or less are the same weight. I mean, there were past the times when people were playing with different balls. The rims are on the same level. The floors are more or less the same. But the energy level is changing. You know, only the most focused and the most dedicated to the cause teams can create the inner strength to go on a home court of the opponent and take away the advantage of that opponent. And for example, Hagen is a close basketball community. They are enjoying together the season. They have lots of inspired players. The coach opened the game for them. Even when we played a really not bad or even a good defense, the players of the home team found their very patient way in a one-on-one or team connection and found a very good place. This is what home team has. There is a crowd who helps and gives energy. Sometimes the referees feel the certain obligation to, let's say, to follow the game from the home perspective, and it's not easy to go on the road and take this away from the opponent. It takes a high level of dedication and of will to prepare for the game, enter the game, and complete the game in that manner. So, clearly, we as a team do not have that level yet. Can we have it? We will work on it. For sure, this is our obligation, and as you see, not, you know, even though we are keeping our line and playing strong games in let's say consecutive orders, everybody around ALBA and in ALBA is worried because we are not delivering these road wins. We are aware of this, but as you pointed out, I tried to explain, this is something that comes from within. I hope we enter that phase or that level.
Lars?
You just said that you're not satisfied with the level your team is performing well right now. So what does it mean for you to start the Euro Cup tomorrow or on Tuesday to go into a new competition in this point of the season?
I cannot say that I'm not satisfied with the level. I'm not satisfied with the consistency which is required. We are not brought here to play on a day when we feel good. No. We are the team that you cannot catch a cold. You cannot catch a cold and go out 2 weeks. It's not a Volkswagen factory or, go in and then you get a cold or you don't feel well, so let me stay out. This is a team that in 2 days has to come back to be as tough as ever, like never anything existed ever. If you don't have approach such as this, when you play for a team who needs to win all the time, then the team is struggling. So I'm not happy with the way these kids or the guys are practicing or the way they are performing. Of course, we can work on it. We are a new team. I'm just not satisfied with the level of this urgency that we have to feel when we go out to Tübingen, knowing that this is not just to happen, that we have to take it out from them. And this is with a thing that I'm not satisfied with, and this is a thing that somehow we have to correct if our season is going to be a successful one. So when you say I'm not satisfied, no, I'm just, as you see me here almost every game, even after a good victories, I expressed that we are still missing something for a requirement such as is ALBA. We have it, but we don't bring it up on all the occasions that are necessary. We are definitely aware of it now, and we will try to raise it to the necessary level and to answer to all these great fans that we have and all the supporters around the club and in the club that we have obligation to.
Sebastian?
Luka, please, can you give a forecast? What do you expect on Tuesday in Treviso? And what do you expect in common in the top 16 in Eurocup?
So let's use this opportunity to maybe share some thoughts. Benetton is an excellent team, but also a new one. They had a lot of good games this season, but let's just say that they were experiencing similar problems in a sense that they were on the edge games too many times. And last night they lost to Caserta at home by 30 points, which means that they have their vulnerabilities which we have to explore. It also means that they will have to respond very strong, and that for us it will be, let's say, it will require great effort, a lot of hustle and a focus if we want to go out and sting Benetton on the road, which for us would mean a strong start in the next round of Eurocup. I think that what you ask me is that how the things are going in this league of 4 teams. It's a very short league, 6 games, and almost every game that is played on this short-term league is like a qualification one. Every possession counts, every win, but within a win, every point difference, because it can come that every team protect the home court, or that one team is losing to everyone and then the circles are being made. So in our group, theoretically, we have Sevilla is the strongest one, Benetton, and then us, Panalinios, who is supposed to be, let's say, struggling. They're playing very strong themselves. So I think that everything is open, and it's going to be 6 weeks of a fair fight in order to get to the next level, which is the final 8.
Dann danke ich für die Aufmerksamkeit und wünsche noch einen schönen Abend.